Brian, first of all, congratulations on a much-needed win here tonight at home. And I know we chatted after the second intermission, and you were dripping from head to toe going into the third period. You played nearly 40 minutes here tonight. How much of it was a mental game going into those overtimes to make sure you managed the game well?
Yeah, I mean, especially at that time, I know no one's really feeling great at that point. Whether it be on our team or their team, so it kind of gave you that mental edge a little bit to just dig in and keep grinding and keep things simple. I mean, we knew that us D-men, we were going to get out there, we were going to be relied upon, and we just really had to just keep it simple and keep our shifts short and change when we can and just talk.
How much credit do you give to the forwards, especially in overtime, knowing that you guys have been overworked throughout this game? Down a man, only 5 defensemen, them tracking back, giving as much support as they can to make sure that you guys are in a good position.
Yeah, they did a great job reloading for us so we could be aggressive on the walls and pitching down, especially as the game wore on. Obviously, both teams are keeping it simple and using the walls, so we're able to sit down on them and not create too many breakouts and try to stop them in the neutral zone and go back on offense. So I thought we did a really good job of that, especially in the early second period of just playing on their end.
Well, Brian, first off, this was a big game for you guys, and I know you've been in a lot of big games yourself. And so, after the first overtime, what was your message, if anything, just to the guys, just to try to keep them focused in the moment?
Yeah, it's tough, obviously, in between periods, especially in overtime. I mean, it's such a quick turnaround that, by the time you tape your stick and the coach speaks, there's not much time there. So just trying to get the rest and just stay focused and locked in, and obviously hope that someone on our team wins it for us.
Well, someone did win it for you. Young Shimon Nemitz did. And just what can you speak to just his mental fortitude, right? He healthy scratch, gets his first game in game 2, thrown into the fire. We all know how tough it is to play in Carolina, and then he settles in. And then now to be the hero in game 3 here in double overtime. What can you just say, what you've seen from his evolution of his game?
Yeah, I'm proud of him. Obviously, he was relied upon for this game, and he knew he was going to be playing no matter what, playing a lot of shifts, and that we were going to need him. And you could see that his confidence kept growing and growing throughout the game. And since I've been here with him, I can see he still has that confidence, and that's one thing that he hasn't lost. So I'm really proud of him, and I love his effort and everything they brought tonight.
Well, last one for you. I'd be remiss not to ask a defenseman, just what can you say about Marky's stellar performance again?
Yeah, he was so calm in the net. I mean, you could see that he was seeing the puck tonight. If we just didn't let them get tips and just box out and just make it a little bit easier on him, that he was going to stop it tonight. And it's so fun playing in front. I can see how much fun he has in front of that net, stopping pucks, and such a great person. So I was really happy for him, and obviously he played great for us.
Well, Brian, this was a well-deserved win for your entire group back in the locker room. Congratulations, and go celebrate with the rest of your team.
Go get some sleep.
And rest up, of course.
Thank you.
Kind of riding game, and it wasn't easy, but I think we all battled through it, and it just feels nice to get a win out of it.
I was going to say, how difficult is that to sort of jump in after being out for months into a playoff game just like this?
It's not easy. It's playoffs as well. It's a whole nother beast, and I was just kind of trying to prepare myself mentally. It took me a couple shifts, but I think after first period I kind of found my legs, and after that I was just playing hockey. I've done it for my whole life, and at the end, if you just play hockey, you don't think too much about anything else. I think you have sometimes one of your best games.
What was it like to see Nemo score that overtime goal?
It's good. I'm happy for him. He played pretty good tonight. And it was maybe because he's a little younger than everybody else. He still had some legs, and went through there and scored at the end. And I'm happy for him, and he played unbelievable tonight.
How much did the crowd help those legs tonight?
Yeah, they're a part of us. I think if they get into it, it's kind of not easy for us, but it gives us a little push, and I think that's what we need in playoffs. And it's always nice to play at home and with that crowd. they're always fun games.
How about your style of play tonight as a group, physical, and the way you matched up against them?
Yeah, I mean, they have a couple big bodies over there, but I think we didn't shy away. We held our ground and tried to play a physical game as well. I tried to do my part, and I think you saw at the end they were kind of gassed as well. And I think at the end we just pulled together, and we believed in each other, and Nemo took us out there.
When Johnny didn't come out after the first period, was there a conversation with you like, I need you a little more than we thought?
Yeah, I mean, it was clear. We only had 5 Ds, and I didn't expect to play that much, but as I said, I prepared myself mentally for that, for whatever comes, and I think if you're like in the flow, you don't think too much about anything, so it's kind of good.
Did you say anything to Marshall after save after save after save? I mean, what was going on with the talk?
Yeah, Mark, he was unbelievable again. I think he's one of the best goals in my opinion, and he's so quick. He's kind of like a wizard, and he helps us almost every game, and we're happy to have him in the back of the net.
If Sheldon mentioned this morning, and sorry if you've already been asked this, but he mentioned this morning that your conditioning, you're still building that base back up. Just how did you feel physically? How tired were you by the end? Like, how are you holding up physically?
Yeah, it wasn't easy at the start, but I tried to find my legs as quick as possible, and I thought after the first period I was kind of in the rhythm, and as I said, if you just play hockey, you don't think about the injury you had or anything else, and I think that's sometimes the best.
I'm no stranger to losing defensemen, unfortunately, in this series. You lose Covey after the first period, you're down to 5 defensemen, you're playing double overtime, you're trying to protect Sieg's minutes. What do you sort of make of the overall, that you couldn't do, I guess, of the overall defensive core that you had tonight and what they did?
I'm just so impressed with our team tonight. The defense in particular, obviously, so fitting that Nemec gets the game winner for us. Just our whole team, just the way that we dug in here tonight and stayed with it. 5 defense. I thought the forwards did their part to help them take care of the D, but those guys taking in. I mean, Siegenthaler, comes in and you're trying to keep his minutes down. All of a sudden, you're down 5D, and then you're asking him to get into double overtime. And he was incredible tonight. Like this I'm so impressed with him. To just jump in the lineup tonight, but then to play the way that he did in this environment and under those circumstances. It's so impressive. It really is. So I'm proud of our group here tonight, and learned a lot about the character of our team today and of our individuals. I thought Siegenthaler really just really embodied, what our team was about here today. And for me, I get what we deserve, which is a win. So super thrilled that it worked out the way that it did. Loved a lot of things about our game today. But mainly, like I said, I just learned a lot about our team. That's a hard hockey game out there tonight. And backs are essentially against the wall, and our guys just dug in and found a way.
Do you have an update on Covey, how he's doing right now? I know it's...
Yeah, I don't have one.
You mentioned it being fitting that time winner. What did you think of, one, his game leading up to that goal, and then two, just what do you think this can do for a young player who's had an up and down here and have a moment?
Yeah, to me, like even in game 2, he was really good. Again at a time when we really needed him. We were. Cholowski played in that game, and we didn't play him a lot of minutes, so we were essentially sort of 5.5 D in that game. And in Nemo's first NHL playoff game, we were on the road. I thought he was really good there, and I thought he was really good here today. So, it's you look at it, we got we got 5 defensemen, for most of this game here tonight. And you got Siegenthaler, who's, just jumping in the lineup. You got Nemec, who's 20 years old. This was his second career playoff game. You got Pesci, who's way less than 100%, and he's given us everything that he has. Then the 2 veterans in Dumoulin and Hamilton are really stepping up for us. So it's, like I said, very impressive, very proud of our group here today. And I learned a lot about the character of our team and what we're capable of.
You said you learned a lot about your team. What did you learn about the building tonight in the playoff game and what they gave you as a
Yeah, they were incredible. So glad that they stayed with us. Obviously we wanted to close that thing out in the 3rd period and failed to do so, but them sticking around through overtime and through double overtime, they're still there. And I learned lots about them here today. This is a fun place to play in the playoffs, so I hope to bring them lots more playoff opportunities to have fun like they did tonight.
How tough is it to overcome not only having to play with 5 defense, but special teams weren't going your way tonight, and you still found a way to win this game?
Yeah, again, just the resolve of our team. We got to get better on special teams. If we want to extend this series, and have a chance to really compete and win it. We've got to find a way to get on the other side of the special teams. There's no doubt about that. And we've given up 3 goals at even strength through 3 hockey games, and there's a lot to build off of there. So we feel good about that, but without a doubt, special teams nearly cost us here again tonight. So we got to figure that out. But fortunately, we bought ourselves a little more time to do so.
He played, I think, the second most minutes he ever has in his career. The other one was a triple overtime game a few years ago. Just what did you see out of his game? What makes him someone you can lean on in moments like that?
Again, just another guy. I've been so impressed with him. I mean, he's clearly a veteran. He's won before, knows what it takes. I was going to say earlier, I was so impressed with Siegenthaler here tonight, but man, was I happy we had him tonight. And I would say the same with Dumoulin. Man, am I happy this guy's on our team, when we acquired him, when we did. You look at what you're going through, and he's just played so well. He's so calm out there. He knows what he's doing. He's just very low maintenance, consistent. Again, just very impressed with him. He played extraordinarily well tonight.
Sheldon, I'm just curious, what was the vibe like, the emotion after that, heading into overtime and then after the first overtime? Guys just really into it, because you were really pushing the pace, too, in the OTs.
I thought it was really good. I tried to remind them of that, just we were playing really well. I thought for the most part we carried the play through the first overtime, and that first overtime, that was really fast, really competitive and hard hockey. But you get one TV timeout, and it's a long change, and that period is an absolute grind. You're trying to manage the bench, and you're just trying to find guys that look like they have the energy to go back on the ice. It's really hard. But I tried to remind them we were coming, and I felt, if anything, the opposition was starting to look a little bit fatigued. And we come back into the double overtime. It's now sort of the first and third period type of line change. First and third periods, our starts were really, really good. So try to remind them of that. Let's get right to it right away. And I liked our mindset to come out, and I thought we did start that overtime really well. And obviously got the winner, so it didn't get extended too long.
10 seconds later, Nemo scores. When you're down 0-2, it's in double overtime. Any mistake could lead to an 0-3 deficit. How important, how infectious is play like Justin's physicality 85 minutes in?
It's a great point. We were just talking about it as coaches in there, that I thought that line, the Dowling line, in the overtimes, I thought gave us some really good shifts. Like those guys had energy, they had legs. I didn't use them a lot in regulation, but I just knew how hard and competitive the game was, and just really getting a feel for how tired the guys were and how much they were giving tonight. We needed to use all 4 lines. We just had no choice. Those guys had legs. They had legs. They had energy, and that was evident. And it's a great point by you. It was like to be in that moment, as you say, 80+ minutes in, and to be able to have the energy to drive through someone like that was great. But it's just another indication of how much of a complete team win this was here tonight.
What was your perspective on Nemec's goal? Like, what did you see on the play? And also, considering how many minutes your D is playing tonight, like, was there some inherent risk in him activating like that late in the game?
My perspective, I haven't even watched the goal back here yet, but watching it live, I just thought it was a great play by him to jump in and attack, get a hard shot off. It's interesting. I think Siegenthaler had a puck. I'm not sure it was that shift or maybe the shift just prior. He had a puck at the blue line, and he was kind of walking the line and was about to send one towards the net. And in my head, sort of thought, man, wouldn't this be something if Siegenthaler ends this thing? If I was really thinking, I would have said, wouldn't this be something if the young guy Nemec just stepped up so big for us here, if he ended it? And just a great play by him. But in terms of the mindset, what I spoke to the team about in the intermission before double overtime and between the first overtime was, we got to go attack this. We got to go win this hockey game. We don't want to sit back. We don't want this game to go on forever. We want to go and attack it. And again, gave the reminder going into that second overtime is just first and third period. We've had really good starts, and this is the way the benches are set up, or the line changes, I should say, are set up. Let's go out and get off to a hot start here. Let's be aggressive. So credit for Nemo to do that, and again, just for him to have the mindset to do it, have the energy to do it, not just sitting back and conserving energy with 5D. He was on the front foot. Love to see it, and love to see him get rewarded.
Sheldon, you mentioned a couple times earlier you've learned something maybe new about the character of your team. What are those things that you sort of appreciate that you've learned through this?
Yeah, this is my first time going through this with these guys, obviously, and we've been through a lot already through the season. First of all, to even get to the playoffs, we've been through a lot here. We're in the 7th period of the series, and if you just go, look after that first period, we lose Kovacevic. Look at what we've been through already in this series. It's been a lot, and the way our team just dug in, and wasn't pretty in the sense that we lost the lead in the third period, but we did come out and attack the third period the way I just talked about doing so in the second overtime, and extended our lead. Loved that. And then just the first period, it's hard, our first overtime, it's hard, man. I'm just looking at our bench. Guys are tired, and I'm telling them, I need more. I need you. There's no breaks. There's no stops. There's no TV timeouts. It's a real hard period to play. And I thought we were great. I thought, obviously we had power plays, and those didn't go our way, and there's a bit of frustration there, but the guys just regrouped, refocused, stayed with it. You grow a lot in times like this, and we're a team that needs to grow. We need to get better. There's no doubt about that. You look at a young guy like Nemec making such a big player today. He's going to be a better player tomorrow as a result of tonight's game, and I think our entire team will be better as a result too. And that feels great. Now, all this said, we'll wake up tomorrow, and we're still in a deficit in the series, and we'll have to regroup quickly. We'll have to manage these guys and have our best game of the series on Sunday. Because right now, all we've really earned is another trip back to Carolina. We need to build on this and not look back. But no question, I learned a lot about the character of our group, and we grew and improved as a collective unit tonight.